I'm back for another YouTube video. For this one, if you remember, last week or last video, I don't know how far apart I decided to post these two videos yet, but one of my previous videos were reacting to my predictions for the group stages for the World Cup, alright? So now, this is part 2 of that video, where we go to reacting to my predictions for the knockout stages of the World Cup. So let's see how well I did and how poorly I did for this. Okay, I'll give you a heads up, bro. I did pretty poorly, but I'm not gonna stop you from watching my previous two videos. So go look at the other two videos. My World Cup prediction video, which was roughly a month ago, at right before the World Cup started, and then look at the video previous to this, which contains my reaction to my failure of the group stage predictions. All right, let's go straight into this video. All right, boys and girls. Sorry, no discrimination here, but we have our first round here, the round of 32. We had Germany, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Mexico, Switzerland, Netherlands, Morocco, Colombia, Croatia, Spain, Algeria, USA, France, Belgium, Czech Republic, Brazil, Japan, Ecuador, Senegal, Korea, and Cote d'Ivoire, England, DRC, Argentina, Uruguay, Turkey, Egypt, Bosnia, Austria, Portugal, Ghana. Bro, that was a long ass list. I forgot it's 32 teams. We got basically everything wrong. Everything wrong. Because we failed the group. We failed the group predictions. So, yeah, I don't know what to say about this. If you look at this, I had the first match of the round of 32. I had Germany against Scotland. The actual match was Germany Paraguay, which was a shocker. No one would have expected Germany to lose to Paraguay. Again, no one would have expected Germany to lose to Paraguay on pens. The first time in German history they have lost to penalties in a World Cup. So Paraguay made history for that, to knock out Germany in the very first round of 32. So for the second match of the group stages, I had Norway against Sweden. The real match was France-Sweden, which is common sense. France was going to beat Sweden, okay? At least I got Norway going through, okay? That's what I got right here. Norway did go through to the round of 16, and I will not speak about what happened in the round of 16 with Norway, because it was pure depression for me. Now, for this match, for the knockouts, we had I had Mexico, Sweden. What was the actual one? The actual one was South Africa, Canada, and somehow Canada is doing it, bro. Canada, I generally think. Well, again, the World Cup concluded, but after the end of the World Cup, I still think the World Cup was rigged for all of the three hosts to get easier routes to the fucking to at least try to get to the final. Okay, and look at that, Canada against South Africa. And I'm not, don't get me wrong, Canada still somehow did well. Okay, they did well, but I'm still thinking they they rigged it for all three host nations. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say nothing else. I'm not saying nothing else. That's it. I'm gonna leave my 2 cents there, and leave it. Now, chat. This is an interesting match. Okay, this was Netherlands Morocco in the rounds of 32. Okay, which I did predict was going to happen, but my outcome was so wrong. I remember I said in the last video, I said Netherlands were going to beat Netherlands were going to go at least in the semi-finals or something. All right, look how wrong I was. They got knocked out in the round of 32 against Morocco. Not saying Morocco's a bad team. Morocco played well. Morocco played well. But bro, Netherlands, you disappointed me. they disappointed me. They were supposed to go far into this World Cup, and they failed. They failed in the round of 32 even. So I don't want to speak about it anymore. Like Germany too, they disappointed us. They were supposed to be two good teams. Netherlands and Germany went out in the round of 32. It just shows that anything can happen in the World Cup, and it shows how and why the World Cup is so entertaining to watch because it's so unpredictable. Anything can happen. Anything. Major teams fall, small teams rise. That's why everyone here loves the fucking World Cup, and this is why we're going to be back here in the next 4 years to watch more World Cup. And where is it? I think it's in Portugal, right? Portugal, Morocco, and some random country again. But I'm not a fan of the three host nations, by the way. But it's going to be something magical. The next World Cup, I can't wait. So now we have for the next match from the round of 32. I had Colombia going up against Croatia. Okay, however, it was Portugal Croatia. In my opinion, rigged match, and it's not me being biased towards Ronaldo. It was a rigged match. Croatia was supposed to win before that, before the 90 minutes were called. All right, and they disallowed a goal for offside, so all kind of bullshit, bro. Yeah, this is a shit match. Croatia was supposed to win this. Portugal was supposed to be knocked out here. Um, yeah, it's bullshit, bro. But I'm glad Portugal got knocked out pretty soon after that because they tried to rig it for a Portugal Argentina final and they failed. They failed. There's so much rig. There's only so much you can do to rig the World Cup, and this is the furthest it got to Portugal. Followed by I had Spain Algeria. The actual match was Spain Austria. Simple match. I'm not going to break down that Spain was going to win. This one I had USA against France. The actual match was USA against Bosnia, which is my big disappointment. I wanted Bosnia to make it far. I had Bosnia going to the round of for the round of 16 and then losing at the round of 16, and then they had USA. And I said the World Cup was rigged again for the host nations to make it at least far into the World Cup. Um, and look, USA got an easy team here. They got Bosnia. They handled things well. It's just a bit sad for Bosnia that they had the potential to go to the round of 16. Followed by we had Belgium. I had Belgium, Czech Republic. The actual match was Belgium, Senegal. I'll be honest. I did not watch this match, so I can't give my 2 cents on it. I will not say anything on it. I think Belgium. I'm assuming Belgium played well, all right, because they made it pretty far in the World Cup again. And then we had this one I got correct. Brazil, Japan. Brazil, I had, you know, Brazil beating Japan. It was 2-1. On the day of the match, I said to myself, I think Japan is going to knock Brazil out because Brazil was playing pretty average, pretty poorly, and it nearly did happen. Japan nearly knocked out Brazil, and it just showed how poor Brazil played this entire tournament, and that's why they didn't make it too far. They was not a winning team, and they deserved a knockout pretty early on. It was just a shame that Neymar didn't get to play too much. He played 38 minutes total in the entire World Cup, and yeah, Ancelotti did not give Neymar and Endrick too much playtime. Um, which was again a shame. I personally don't think Ancelotti did great as a Brazil coach. It's either that or Brazil on their own just didn't play well. I don't know. However, Ancelotti did get reelected um for Brazil coach until 2030. So we would see if he can do something. I still think he's a horrible choice. He didn't do too well. Maybe he needs a refresher. Who knows? Maybe he needs some time to settle in. We'd see. But this year he didn't do a good job. Then we had Ecuador, Senegal. It was actually Cote d'Ivoire. And Norway did really good this World Cup. Really, really good. So I was happy they made it far. They made it far. All right, semi far. I'd say semi far. But good job for Norway. I'm not gonna say anything else. I don't know what else to say. Norway did their thing. They cooked. They cooked the entire World Cup. They brought us a beautiful chant. Row, row, row. That Norwegian chant. I regret saying that. It sounds a bit cringe. Um, in that fucking manner. But yeah. And then, oh shit. Now we had Korea and Cote d'Ivoire. Again, this I couldn't have been more wrong. As we saw, Cote d'Ivoire lost to Norway in the previous match. This one, Korea didn't even make it to the round of to the knockouts. They got grouped. They got grouped. The actual match was Mexico Ecuador, which Mexico handled things. This was one of the harder matches for the host countries, but they still did what they had to do, bro. It was still an easier team compared to the other countries remaining. I still stand by it. It was rigged for the host countries. And then what's the next one we had? England, and I got this one right. England and the DRC. In my opinion, this was a really, really good match. DRC nearly knocked out England. I'll be honest, they nearly did. And then I think what was it? Was it in this match where Kane scored 2 late goals and saved them? I'm pretty sure it was this match. This was a really entertaining match. The DRC's defense this game was on it. They were on it. So this I really enjoyed this match. This was one of my favorite matches in the World Cup until when this match happened. This was one of my favorite matches. So, bro, it was so fucking exciting to watch. Oh man, I still remember it. Bro, I'm getting nostalgia. I'm depressed that the World Cup's over, bro. I'm depressed. But fuck, that was a match. That was a match. And then, oh no, here we have this, man. Argentina, Uruguay. Argentina wasn't against Uruguay, it was against Cape Verde because Uruguay got grouped. Somehow grouped Cape Verde. Bro, Cape Verde. Again, they nearly knocked out Argentina too. They nearly did it. And then, Argentina did Argentina. Messi did Messi. And came through with some last goals and won. Cape Verde did their thing and been a World Cup team. Surprised everyone. One of the smaller nations to make it this far in the World Cup. Everyone, you got to give your props to Cape Verde. The African countries did surprise us this year. All of them. So I really hope an African country can win the World Cup one day. Right now, we have 8 World Cup winners, and none of them are African. It's only European and South American countries, right? Now we're getting near the end of the round of 32. I had Turkey, Egypt. We know that's wrong because Turkey got grouped. So what did I have? The actual match was Australia, Egypt. Who won? It was Egypt, right? Yeah, it was Egypt because I remember they were going up against um what's this country called? Argentina. I did not watch this match. I don't know what to say. I'll just leave it as that. Yeah. And then I had Bosnia against Austria here. But Bosnia got knocked out by America somewhere up there. So the actual match was what? Switzerland against Algeria. Switzerland played well. Did not watch this match, but I knew they played well for the entire tournament. They did their thing. They got far. They got really far. Then followed by Portugal, Ghana. I don't think Ghana made it this far, did they? So it was someone else. It was. Oh no, wait. Oh wait, Colombia, Ghana. I forgot. It was Colombia, Ghana, because Portugal was somewhere up there against Croatia. So yeah, Colombia, Ghana. Colombia played really well this tournament again. So props to them. I thought. I honestly thought later on, I thought Colombia was going to be the one to knock out Argentina. I'll be honest with you. I thought Colombia was going to be the one to do it. Well, if you watched the World Cup, you knew that was inaccurate. Now we can start to the round of 16. We're shortening it now. We're shortening it. This is where the depression starts for a lot of people, alright? Big teams got knocked out. A lot of popular nations got knocked out. Like, for example, this one was Paraguay, France. Paraguay was a shocker to knock out Germany, but it wasn't enough to knock out France. I really wish it happened, though. I really wish it happened. But we failed. We failed. They failed us. They failed us. So France just went in, did their thing, and went straight to the quarterfinals with that one. Then this one where I had Netherlands, Mexico. We knew Netherlands got knocked out easily by Morocco. So the actual one was what? Morocco, Canada, easy win for Morocco here. Canada couldn't do it, bro. Canada couldn't do it. They had an easy road and they failed. They failed because Morocco stopped them. Morocco stopped fucking Canada. We don't like rig stuff. We don't. It was only so much you can rig it for the host. Only so much rigging can happen. You can't beat Morocco, and thank God they didn't. So Morocco did end up going to the quarterfinals against it was France. Then we had this one was I had Colombia, Spain. We knew Colombia somewhere down there. It was Spain against who? Spain against Portugal. For those, this this was a good match. This was a good match. I'm glad Portugal got knocked out here for cheating, for FIFA trying to cheat the last match because it was actually supposed to be Croatia Spain. I mean, nevertheless, Spain was going to win. I believe it, right? But it was supposed to be Croatia Spain, not Portugal Spain. So I'm glad Portugal didn't win this. I'm glad. Okay, and then we had this one. I had France Belgium. I think it's this was USA Belgium, right? Yes, USA Belgium. USA got manhandled by Belgium, and thank God for that. I'm telling you, we don't like the rigging stuff. We don't like the rigging stuff. Every single one of the host nations got knocked out in the round of 16. Every single one of them. See, wait, I don't think. Okay, yeah, I was just trying to make sure I didn't say a certain word. But they USC got manhandled, and I'm happy. I did not want America to win the World Cup, especially in America. Or I don't even want America to win a World Cup in general. Any country that calls it soccer, I don't want to win the World Cup. They don't deserve it, bro. They don't deserve it. And then if this is the match I think it is, it's Brazil versus Norway. Yeah, it is. This is the match where it got me, bro. I knew I was just being delusional, saying Brazil, telling everyone, in my prediction at least, that Brazil was going to get far. When the day come, I told everyone Norway was going to beat Brazil. Told everyone that, but in the back of my head, I was like, okay, let me still put Brazil through. I had it 2-2 on penalties, and Brazil would have won. That's what I had. But deep down, I was telling everyone, Norway's going to do it. Norway's going to do it. They're going to beat Brazil, and they did it. Neymar came in. He scored. He scored. He scored. That one goal was from Neymar, and then at the end of the match, I knew he was going to retire, bro. I knew it. I knew it. But 38 minutes played in his last World Cup. I was just refreshing Instagram, and just waiting for Fabrizio Romano, and just to see. I know Neymar better than everyone else, bro, and it happened, bro. I saw the announcement. Neymar Jr. has retired from international football. I have never cried like that in my life. People think I'm kidding, bro. I cried, bro. I cried. I cried. And then, bro. And then later that same day, I was asked to go and watch England against Mexico. I wanted Mexico to win. I wanted Mexico to win. I was praying on England's downfall because my friend Ashley, he was shitting on Neymar. He was shitting on Neymar. And Ashley is English. I was praying on England's downfall. I did not want any of my friends to have their team still be in. A lot of my friends, they were American. USA got knocked out the previous day. Then Brazil got knocked out. So I was like, okay, let me hope that England gets knocked out, so none of our teams would be in. And then, well, I went out and watched this in a pub, in a bar, and England won. England won. They cheated though. I lied. They didn't cheat, but fuck, man, I hated it. I hated it, bro. I hated it. It was just like, man, I didn't want to speak about. I hate it, bro. England did play well for the entire World Cup, though. I'll give them that, but fuck. Then we have what? Argentina, Turkey. Who was it? Argentina, Egypt. I did not watch this match, but I heard it was a. I heard Egypt was supposed to win this. I did not watch any clips or anything about it, so I'm not gonna judge it too hard. Um, I, in my prediction, I did have Argentina going through, so it wasn't even against Egypt, so there's nothing I can't say. Then there was, well, I had this one here. I had Bosnia against Portugal, and if it was this year, I had Bosnia losing here in the round of 16. But no, it was really Sweden, Colombia. And the actual winner was Colombia, I believe. Well, no, it was. Who was it? Wait, why did I call it Sweden? Switzerland, oh my god. Switzerland, Colombia. I honestly can't remember who won. Who won? Was it Colombia? I think it was Colombia. Who was it? I can't remember. I don't know who won. I don't know who won. It's not telling me. Oh well, we'll come back to it. Fuck it, let's see right here. Switzerland won. Switzerland won. So Colombia didn't even do it. And well, Argentina. I think this is a legit match. I think this is a legit match here. Argentina did beat Switzerland. I did not watch this match either. I'll be honest. Um, there's a lot of these matches I did not watch. I went on strike after Brazil got knocked out. I'm not gonna lie. I went on strike. Like for this one here too. I had Brazil England and I had Brazil being knocked out here, right? But the real match was England Norway, and I was praying on England's downfall again. I was praying on England's downfall again. And Norway was supposed to win this, by the way. Norway was supposed to win this. One of England's goals isn't supposed to count. Because it was a this happened because of the ball hit the fucking cord in the sky. A camera cord or something, a drone cord. I don't know. And that's the only way England won this. It was rigged. It was rigged. They apparently the ball didn't sense it. It clearly sensed it. I'm not. Yeah, England rigged it. England cheated. Norway was supposed to go through here. Spain, France. The actual match was Spain, Belgium. Spain easily beat this. This was nothing too tricky. And then this one was Netherlands, Norway. Again, as I said, I thought Norway was going to make it far to the semi-finals here. And well, I was wrong. It was France and Morocco. We all know what happened to Norway in the round of 32. I was really hoping though that Morocco would have knocked out France. They failed. You know how much I hate France and this Mbappe Ninja Turtle guy. I don't want them going too far. This one, again, I had Netherlands, Spain, and this is where I had Netherlands going out. And, well, Netherlands didn't even make it that far. It was Spain, France. I'm glad Spain did what they did. Spain handled things and ended up in the final. The other one here, it was England, Argentina. This was a really good match. This is for anyone saying it was rigged for Argentina. You can't say this for this match because it wasn't rigged. Both teams did their thing, and Argentina just came out on top. They were the better team that day. And keep in mind, I said that day. That day. Because if you go, it doesn't show it here. It does not show it here. In the third place match, it was France, England. 6-4. England, France. This was a match and a half. England played so well here. England played so well. And, well, I regret not watching it, not gonna lie. Because so much happened. So much happened. And, bro, I'm like, I would love to watch a run of it, but I know the final already, like the outcome. So it's not gonna be as fun. It's not gonna, the suspense is not gonna be there. I wish I watched it. But damn, this was a match here. If this was the final, man, I would have. This would have made a way better final. No, I was so close to getting the final. The actual final was Spain Argentina, which was actually, I had Argentina losing here actually, but you know, this final was a very boring final. 1-0. At least I predicted Spain would have won, but 1-0 was a very boring final. It ended in chaos. There's a fight on the pitch, but boring ass final, I'm not gonna lie. It's hard to beat the last World Cup final in 2022 because the last one was just so perfect, but you know, we'll take it. I still predicted the winner, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters in the end. I am the real champion. I have elite ball knowledge. I am better than everyone else. So we're just gonna wrap up the video here. If you're not following, if you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. Comment below. I don't know what else you're gonna do. Like, I don't know how to end a YouTube video. So we'll leave it at that. I'll catch you lot in the next one. Later.